Hey guys, see quickly, I'm back. So, as I was saying prior, right? So now we've got everything down. First things you need to know: square meters of the stand, how big the property is. So there's three ways of finding that out. So it's your title deed, the old plans or existing plans of the property, and that you will get by the owner. You can also get that at your municipality. All right. And then the third one is the site diagram that will display the square meters of the stand. All right. So now the last thing I said was the layers. So some people drawing layers. I don't really seem it necessary to draw in layers. But for this exercise, we'll obviously use it. All right. So from the drawing that I have, let me see quickly. What do we have? We have 12. So that's 12 meters by 18. 12 by 18. It's 12 again. And then we have 18. So there we have 18. All right. Wait, let me just see something quickly. Something is not making any sense. All right. So now we can also see if the property is really the size. So there. So we get an area 216 squares. You guys will see 216. So that's fine. So usually what I do is, if there are any properties next to it, sorry. So in this regard, where's this thing? So in this regard, you guys will see here's a property. There's one next to it. There's one next to it. If you look at this property over here, this property over here, you will see there's a property so next to it, and the one behind. Right. So in my instance, there's only two. There's one next to it, and there's two behind it. Right. So what I usually do is just to show by 1 meter the extension of the other properties next to me and behind. We'll do that. And we'll do that. That's what we'll do. All right. So now, so these four corners that you guys will see here, there's a corner, 2, 3, 4. So there are four corners. So these four corners I usually highlight in red, and these four corners represents the pegs, right? So every property or every stand have pegs. Let me just see something quickly. Let's just do this. Just hold on, y'all. Just see something quickly. So let me just see this one quickly. Hold on. Let me just do this with you guys now. Just give me a second. Give me a moment. Just see something. Something is just not right. Okay, that's there. Just checking quickly. Let's see this quickly. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what we're going to do now is you guys will see. So I've highlighted the pigs, right? So every property have pigs. So if we look at the four corners of a property, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 pigs. All right, so you will see, if I zoom in to a corner plot perhaps, you will see, why does this thing keep on popping up? Let me just do that. So you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there will be 5 pigs on this corner plot. All right, so there will be 5 pigs on this corner plot. So in this regard, I've got 4 corner pigs, right? So now the next thing we need to do is we have established the north sign. So every plan needs to have a north sign on there, right? So this is north. So dependent on where your property is situated, the north sign will obviously display the exact coordination of the property and of the sun, right? So in this regard, where is my north sign? So in this regard, my north sign, if the property is over here, if the property is over there, and this is my street, then the north sign will be like this. Now we're going to look at it. So I usually place my north sign over here or on this side, depending on the page, depending on how much space and other detail there is on the plan. So, but usually I would place it on the side. So if we look at it this side, we'll see that is straight. So that's the street, that's the plot. So that's the street, this is the plot. In my instance, this thing has been turned around. So if you look at the plot over here, then we need to rotate that way. So you will see the plot is over here. So in this regard, that will be like that. So that's your north sign. That's your north sign like that. So if the street is over here, so we're going to add, let's say text. The text there. No, we don't want the text straight. So now we're going to say, I think it's 10 Sun Road. Sorry for my keyboard, guys. I'm just struggling with this thing. Okay. Make this bigger. There. Let's just see. Number 10 Sun Road. There you guys will see. It's number 10. There you guys will see. Just hold on quickly. Where is this thing? So there you guys will see. It's number 10 Sun Road. This number 10. We've got our north sign. We've got our diagram. And we've got the road, right? The next thing we need to do is we need to find out. So according to my scale, this is on 1:1, right? So that means 1 meter equals 1 meter on this drawing, right? So when I print it, should be accurate with a ruler that you're going to use to measure it outright. So the next thing we're going to do is say we're going to make this 500 as well. So we're going to say site floor plan, site ground plan. You can say site ground plan as well. Site ground plan 1:100. Right, so you guys obviously by now know what your scales are. All right. Sorry guys, my throat is a bit itchy. So now you know, you guys can see that's this, so a site ground plan or site floor plan. So what it means basically, if you say site floor plan or site ground plan, you can if I take the site away, this is your site plan. So this is my site plan. So the ground plan we're going to do inside. So that is basically the insides of the house. So the insides of the house is going to be the, so what people usually do, or designers, architects, or interior designers, they would rather take, so if this is your ground plan, right? So this is the inside of the house. And this is what they will do. Problem. It's not receiving. What's going on now? What's going on now? I hope this thing is playing. Ah, let's just see. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying. I think my connection isn't. Okay, so the connection is successful. Let's go, y'all. Okay, we're back. We're back, people. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. See quickly. Um, I don't know why this thing has issues at the moment. But anyway, here you guys will see. So this is going to be your floor plan, right? So let's say hypothetically you've got something to that effect, right? So we've got something like that, something like that. We do this. So we do this. Do this. We say something to that effect. Now you will say, okay, this is the front door. Front door can be here, it can be on the side, it doesn't matter. Your kitchen, and there you go, right? So this is your lounge, this is your kitchen, bathroom, bedroom 1 and bedroom 2. So this technically is going to be your ground plan, right? So you will then have something like this. You will then have something like this. So this is going to be your ground plan, right? So you're going to have something like this. So ground plan, then you have your site plan. So this is your site plan, and then this is your ground plan. All right. But in this regard, we put both of them together, which then will be your site ground plane, right? So the next thing we need to do is we need to, why is this line so thick? Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put in what is the measurements of the width and the length of the property, right? So this is what I do, right? So I write on there 12 meters. So I put this on this side because I know there's a carriageway on the side. Right, so with okay, I'm gonna leave this on here for the exercise, but that's not the current owner's address. And you can get confused. Right, so the length of the property is 18 meters. Right, so 18 meters. Right, so there we got it. We've got 18 meters. Right, so 18 point times 12 point gives me 216 square meters. So I've got the area there. So area is 216 square meters, right? So 18 times 12 gives you, sorry, 12 times 18 gives you 216 squares. So we've got the node sign. We have the site ground plan, 1:100. So that's the scale. we have the road name, we have the measurements or dimensions of the property. So we should be okay. All right. The next thing you need to know is your building lines. All right. So the property, or most properties in South Africa, have building lines, right? And these building lines are also depicted by the city of Cape Town, right? Depends on which area and region you are, right? So in this regard, we're going to look at the Planning and Municipal Bylaw 2019 consolidated. All right, so 2019 consolidated. So we need to go to the bracket. So the bracket is somewhere, I think 100 and something. It'd be too far. Let me just see quickly. Let me see, page 109. This should be on page 100 or 99. Let me just see. All right. So now you will see the next thing you guys need to know is the zoning. What is your property zoned for? So in this regard, we've got single residential zoning, 1 conventional housing. But now it gives us the square meters, right? So our property is 216. So we had about bigger than 200 squares up to 350, right? So the floor factor is 1.0, maximum floor space not applicable, coverage is 75%. So that means that when your property is covered 75% of the 216 squares, that means that you will have neighbors consent, where the neighbors needs to be involved. All right, you've got wall plate height of 8 meters high. You've got 10 meters to the top of the roof, as you guys will see. We've got the street building line of 1.5 meters, and then you've got common boundaries of 0, right? So that means that the only building line we have is 1.5 meters. Now we're going to put in the building line over there. This building line, we're going to make a hatch so that we can at least see the different color. Make this 100. Let's see. Can make it 200. Here we go. That's 200 over there. All right. Now we're going to write here 1.5 meter building line. There we have a 1.5 meter building line. And it's indicated because the city of Cape Town, they want to see this. They want to see that. All right. So now the next thing we're going to do is we are to see something quickly. Just hold on. See something. Just hold on quickly. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to actually put down the existing house. All right, so let's go. So I've got a few measurements in front of me, so please just follow, as you guys will see that I'm not being able to show it to you because it's pretty confidential, but I mean, if we keep it within the boundaries, then for this exercise we should be okay. Like I said, there's no details of my client being displayed, but I'm just showing you guys the mere fact on how to start a drawing or a floor plan for submission to the municipality. Or if you are a beginner or a student, this is how you should do it. There's a saying, different oaks, different strokes. So people are being taught differently at universities, at home, at companies. So everyone is being taught differently, but I mean, the main thing should remain. The floor plan should be the same. The site, the road names should be on there. The site ground plan factors should be on there. The scale needs to be notated. The square meters of the property should be there. The north sign should be there. And I mean, from this point forward, it actually gets very easy. So when you are new to this and you look at the floor plan, any floor plan, it can be a massive building and it can be a small little house, you'll see, okay, I know where the north sign is. I can see this is the ground plan. I can see this is the site plan. I know who the owners are. This is what the owner is building. This is what the owner is, producing. Where's the plans? Where is the extensions on the building? And then obviously you can correlate. So like I said, from if you know the basics of how to look at a building plan, you can look at any plan. Doesn't matter if it's a bank, doesn't matter if it's the tallest building in Dubai. You can most definitely see that. All right. So let me just see quickly. So from this point forward, just hold on, everyone.